Welcome
to the Ultraflex Football Podcast, where we have fun. You guys don't want to join?
Fun.
Oh, I thought we were taking dumps together.
With our friends while we talk about football. I'm your host, Anthony Sutton. With me, as always, is Rob Green and Ryan Wheeler.
We just wanted to switch things up on you, man. We didn't want you to have all the fun. You always get to do the welcome thing. And we were, I just texted Rob right before we started. I was like, we're doing it with him. Yeah.
Got to work on the harmony.
Yeah, we were terrible. We didn't sound good at all together. But you know who does sound good? Joe Nichols. And his album, I don't know if it's just the Roman numeral 3, like 111, from 2005. But that is a banger of an album. I only knew like one song on it, which is Tequila Makes Your Clothes Fall Off. But the rest of the songs, I was listening to it today. Dude, that guy is legit. So my songs are Size Matters, Freedom Feels Like Lonely, Tequila Makes Her Clothes Fall Off, and Talk Me Out of Tampa. Rob.
All right. I got That's What Love Will Get You. I'll Wait for You. Should I Come Home or Should I Go Crazy? And My Old Friend, The Blues. Anthony.
I've got As Country as She Gets, Honky Tonk Girl, and Just a Little More. So we'll work those in. We got a lot to cover today, football-wise, so let's get right to football talk. Pretty crazy week here for the Bills and the Titans, which if you've been listening for a while and following along, you know that's usually who we talk about. So, yeah, both games were a little maybe controversial. I don't know about the Titans game, but the Bills game definitely was, and there was a comeback for the ages for the Titans game. So let's start with the Bills, and then we'll finish with the Titans. That was just last night because we're doing this on a Tuesday night for a change. Rob, I don't even know where to begin.
The
a lot
Bills
of going
back,
on in the
baby,
Bills-Chiefs
right?
game.
Bills are back. Super Bowl. We can start talking about it again. We were kind of off the bandwagon for a week there. We weren't sure how they were going to come out, but, they got the big win over the Chiefs.
What's your take on the call, no call thing?
I mean, it was a pretty clear penalty. He lined up off sides. Originally, it looked like he never checked with the ref. Then there was a video that came out where it kind of looked like he very briefly just looked over and looked back. It didn't look like there was enough time to get confirmation that he was lined up, which he clearly wasn't lined up correctly. So, I mean, they made the right call. I didn't like the way the Chiefs coaches and players kind of made it seem like it was wrong.
Rob,
that they called
say the
that.
way you want to say it. You want to be like Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid look like little bitches out there.
Well, they did.
They just were whining, throwing little fits.
The probably bothered me the most, honestly, was just like the way he blew off Josh Allen there. Like, I don't know. I feel like I've never seen another quarterback blow off another quarterback like that.
All right. That was weird.
What was weird?
He said he'd never seen a quarterback blow off another quarterback like that.
To me, the ironic part of all this is like the Chiefs, right? And this may be the bitter Bills fan in me, but it feels like for the last few years, the Chiefs have been on the good side of police. Jeez, of ref calls, and like the one that obviously stands out is the one that iced the Super Bowl for them.
Field, right?
They are, right? Absolutely. That iced the Super Bowl for them, 9-10 months ago. So for Mahomes to sit there and throw a fit and say how let the players decide, yada, yada, yada. Well, I didn't hear him saying that 9 months ago and it benefited him. So refs are human. They make mistakes. The Bills would have loved to get 9 less penalties called on them last week, right? There's just a way to handle that. And yeah, it was pretty alarming the way they handled it.
Yeah, I don't like to get attached to the Bills because they're such an up and down team, but quite honestly, freedom feels like lonely. So not being attached to the Bills, I want to be like part of the team. I want to be part of this little group here, part of us, and become attached, and then I have to suffer with you guys. So that sucks. But the Bills are exciting now. All they got to do is win out
they're just going to peak at the right time, and
Actually,
there'll
we
be
had a
no
weird
down the rest of the year. You won't even have to experience another down.
right. Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
We figured out earlier that what could happen here. If the Bills lose 2 of their next 3 games, they can still make the playoffs by beating the Dolphins week 18 if the Dolphins lose out. That's crazy.
Correct. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if the Dolphins lose out, so if the Dolphins lose out and then the Bills win out, they still might have to win week 18. Well, that's not necessarily true, but to win the division it is. They would still need the Dolphins to lose week 18 if the Bills win out and the Dolphins lose out. So it's just there's like so many weird
tiebreakers
this
year.
Make the playoffs.
To me, all this says is when everyone was ready to panic last week, and I was one of them, and I've been ready to panic for the last month. The football season, like 5 or 6 weeks in a football season, is an eternity. Like a lot can change, and there's still 4 weeks left. That's still a very long time. It's still more than a fifth and less than a fourth. So whatever that is. So yeah, I don't know math.
I think that was good math.
There's still a lot of time left in the football season, so we'll see what happens the rest of the way. Anyone concerned about Stephon Diggs and his lack of production the last month?
Yeah, a little bit.
Really?
You're saying not really. I'm saying a little bit. It just seems like it's been a little bit of a pattern since Joe Brady took over, so I think that's why I'm concerned right now. But the offenses look good, so does it matter in the end if they're winning games and putting up points? I guess not, until Diggs is upset and asks out. But, that's a problem for next year or hopefully further down the road.
I mean, what was it going to be like? Oh, I only got 11 targets last game. It's not, Josh Allen would be like, it's not my fault you only caught 4 of them.
Yeah.
I think the one concerning, and it hasn't, what doesn't matter really if it was Brady or Dorsey, the last year and a half, the big play ability of our offense is out. So I think hopefully, I think the offense is still really good. I just think come playoff time, it would be nice if we got a pick 6 or a punt return for a touchdown or a 70-yard touchdown. Like to continuously have to go 9, 10, 11 play drives is going to be harder in the playoffs against better defenses.
Yeah.
So it'd be nice to get a good long touchdown every now and then.
That is
Size
definitely
matters,
something that's been lacking this year for this Bills team. It's just really explosive plays on either side of the ball. I mean, they're getting sacks, but it doesn't even feel like they've gotten a lot of sacks, and I think they're top 5 in the league in sacks. So it's weird how it's worked that way.
Anyone have any comments, questions? I don't know who you'd be asking a question to.
I think this week we got to talk about the Titans.
Oh, yeah, no, I will.
Yeah. Okay.
Before we do there, I just want to ask if whether it was right or wrong, but we don't need to go into that, but did the Tyler Dunn story bring this team together and rally them for what could be a potential historic run?
Don't give that fool credit.
Hey, if whatever they
That's
need to use
don't say that
for motivation, if that motivates them, then fine.
All right. I like it. Titans. They first team since 1943 or something like that. A long time to come back and win a game when they were down by 14 with less than 3 minutes left. So what happened, Ryan?
Wow.
I mean, the the statistic I saw on the broadcast last night was 2016. The last team since 2016, but I might have seen something different than you did. But yeah, man, what happened was Will Levis is a man. That he's a man amongst boys, and I think we realized that when Tua doesn't have Tyreek, yikes, dude, he looked bad. The whole offense looked bad. Like the only touchdown the Dolphins had scored through the first half, almost 3 quarters actually, was the pick 6 that Levis threw on the 2-yard line to him. And then Tyreek came back and they ended up scoring 2 touchdowns, not to Tyreek, but he just opens up the offense so much. I'm just so excited as a Titans fan. On behalf of all Titans fans, you're welcome, Buffalo Bills fans, for taking down those Dolphins and making some weird possibilities down the stretch possible.
We definitely appreciate that. Now go beat the Texans at least once in the next few weeks, please.
If Levis plays the way he did in most of that game, I think it's very possible, especially if Stroud is out, Nico Collins is out, Tank Dell is out. The Texans are beat up. There's no real reason to lose to them except for the fact that, I mean, they're a better team. I would argue they might be better, more well coached, but.
Sorry,
all right, well,
I was doing research on that stat. So the 2017 game you're referring to, they won in overtime. So they were the first team to win in regulation. I think ever, like since the merger. I think the other teams were 0-582.
Oh wow!
So that
is some history last night.
Pretty impressive. And I should have jumped in a little bit while you were saying it, but first time I watched, like really watched Levis play since his opener, and he was impressive. Dude throws a good ball. He's got a heck of an arm, flicks the wrist. Big dude, strong. Hopefully they can keep getting weapons around him, and he continues to ball out.
I was saying, first of all, he needs to learn how to slide. He's a lot like Josh Allen in the sense that he sees a rush lane and he's like, I'm going to plow over the first defender I see. And he does what Josh Allen did. I think it was either last week or the week before where he tried to hurdle the guy just like Josh Allen. Only Josh Allen actually did it. And that became like a big thing for Allen.
The gym rat version of Josh Allen. He just seems like he's a little bit more chiseled, right?
Yeah.
Josh is like the farm boy, and he's the gym rat.
Yeah, I feel like Allen probably has about 20 pounds on Levis too. Allen's just a big boy, but Levis lowers his shoulder. You love to see that, man. You love to see that out of your young quarterback. He wants to run through defenders. He doesn't care about sliding. And on the other hand, obviously, you don't want him to get hurt, but you love to see that attitude.
So Josh Allen, rookie years. Josh Allen, rookie year stats. He had 11 starts. Team went 5-6. Completion percentage of 52, which is not great.
Ooh, brutal.
10 touchdowns, 12 INTs. Will Levis so far. 7 games.
They're going to end with 11 games too, or he's going to end with 11 games too.
58% completion and 1,500 yards. So 4 more games, he needs to get 600 yards, which is pretty likely.
Touchdowns he's got to be close already, right? He might even have 10 already.
Touchdowns 8, INTs 3. So his rookie year is off to a better start.
Well, yeah. I will also say that his completion percentage looks awful being in the 50s, but he's also had his receivers drop like the most balls in the past 4 games. I think they had 6 drop passes in 2 different games.
My only counter to that is Hopkins catches a lot of throws that he probably shouldn't get credit for.
Dude, so remember Josh Allen's wide receiver one that year? Was it
John Brown?
Was it?
Was John Brown? I don't even think he was there yet, was he? I thought it was Calvin Benjamin. Maybe John Brown was there that year.
Oh my god.
I'll look later. Cool. Anything else for football talk before we pick some games?
Let's pick them.
Let's go to pick games.
Wait, my pick games thing is gone. All right, let's go with this one.
That intro is like as country as she gets. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's do it. Last week, Ryan and Rob tied for the win, 9-9. I had 8 for the season. Rob then pulls into the lead, 128. I have 127, so I'm 1 behind, and Ryan's still in the race. He's got 115.
My old friend, the Blues for Ryan there. Woof.
I get to go first, I get to pick the order, and just to make life easier for myself, I'm going to go first, and then Rob, and then Ryan, because that's how the thing is.
This is when Ryan does the best, I feel like.
I love it.
When you get to pick last.
Yep.
All right. we'll start it out. We got a Thursday night battle, Chargers at Raiders.
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 Chargers.
Knew that was coming. 3 Saturday games this week. We'll start out with Vikings at Bengals.
I don't know. I was really hoping for some Josh Dobbs magic. He got benched for a good reason. He's not very great. I don't know. I think Browning's actually halfway decent, so I'm gonna go Bengals.
Yeah, Bengals have more talent. Bengals.
Let's Vikings it up, baby.
The theme is following through from previous weeks. Steelers at Colts.
Yes, sir.
Colts. Steelers are bad.
Colts.
You guys put me in a real bind here. I might go 0-16, whatever it is. I'll go Steelers.
All right. And the night game, Saturday night, Broncos at Lions.
To be clear, before I pick this game, like the Bills need the Vikings, the Steelers, and the Lions to win. So I'm hoping my first 2 picks are incorrect, and this one is correct because I want the Lions. I think the Lions win this game.
Yeah, the Lions, they need a bounce back. Give me the Lions.
I'll take it the opposite of what you guys take every time.
All right.
Well, that'll be interesting here.
Could
Chiefs
catch
at
up this
Patriots.
week, or it could be over. I'm gonna go Chiefs.
I will also go
crap.
Chiefs. You kind of just boxed yourself in there, bud.
I'm going to go Patriots. That feels gross.
All right. Jets at Dolphins.
I can't do it. I'm gonna go Dolphins.
Fudge and
Dolphins.
Rutgers.
Yeah. They also need a bounce back. I don't think they lose this one.
Jets, baby. Let's ride.
This is going to be very interesting. Bears at Browns.
There were, I believe, 8 upsets last week, and I don't know. We don't have the over-unders. I don't think I've picked an upset yet. I'm going to pick Justin Fields has been playing well. Browns have Joe Flacco. I'm picking the Bears.
Man, I was hoping I'd be the only one. I'm taking the Bears, too.
All right. I get a favorite. I'll take the Browns.
Texans at Titans.
Is Stroud playing? I mean, it's Tuesday night, so we don't know.
We don't know. He hasn't practiced yet.
I'm gonna pick the Texans. I think either way they have better talent. Actually, I don't even know if you can say that anymore now that they're all banged up. But I'm picking the Texans.
Nico Collins is probably not playing with the calf injury, but that also is up in the air. I'm going Titans. Finally picking one different.
Tighten up, baby. Tighten up.
Giants at Saints.
I typed the Saints in here, but I'm gonna change it. I don't know. Tommy DeVito and this whole Tommy cutlets and kissing people in the stands and yada yada. Giants got some swag right now, so I'm going Giants.
I'm disappointed with the Saints this year. I thought they would win that division pretty easily, but I don't think. I just can't believe it. I'm going Saints. I can't see the Giants winning 2 in a row.
Yeah, I think the Saints are going to send Tommy back to his mama crying. I'm going to go Saints. Convenient, though, because he lives with her. So
Falcons at Panthers. Game of the week. Woo.
People down here they can't. They hate the Panthers. They just a little bit. Yeah, they're miserable. Give me the Falcons.
Panthers are going to be losing fans here. Falcons, who I hate.
Fudge. Give me the Panthers.
Bucks at Packers.
I think Packers bounce back at home.
Yes, you took my words. Packers.
Talk me out of Tampa. Come on. I can't do it. I have to. Tampa.
Oh. All right.
You guys made
49ers
me
at
pick
Cardinals.
against the Packers for the first time this year.
49ers.
49ers.
All right, I'm going
Ryan,
49ers.
you don't
This
have
is
to
getting
pick the
ridiculous.
Cardinals. Commanders at Rams.
Rams.
Yeah, give me the Rams. Ron Rivera is 5-7 off the bye in his career as a coach.
Let's go, Manders. You know the Cardinals are going to be like the one team that wins this week. The only one I didn't take.
Right. Cowboys at the Bills. Should I come home or should I go crazy this week? Let's go Buffalo. Sorry, I skipped you.
You're going to be there.
I will be there,
It's
baby.
going to be loud. Go Bills.
Oh, God. Let's roll Cowboys.
It's going to feel like a playoff game. It's going to be fun. It essentially is a playoff game. I mean, the Bills could afford one loss. It'd probably be this one, but it feels like a playoff game. Ravens at Jaguars.
Ravens.
We've picked so many alike. How many different do we even have right now? Two. I'm not changing it, though. Give me the Ravens.
Give me the Jaguars.
And we'll wrap it up. Eagles at the Seahawks.
Needing a bounce back. The Eagles need like 3 of them right now. So, Eagles.
Yeah, another team I'm disappointed in is the Seahawks. Give me the Eagles.
Give me the Seahawks.
Ryan's entire year comes down to this week. He's either back or he's out.
He needed to do something like this to get back into it. Probably. I mean, being 13 down.
Yeah.
With 4 weeks to go.
You got your chance, and if it works out, you're gonna be happier than a honky tonk girl.
Let's go, baby.
All right. Let's. I know this is taking a little bit longer. We talked a lot about football, so we'll try to pick up the pace. I was gonna say speed up. Let's do sharp versus sheep.
Quick hits this week.
I'll go first really quick. Tex. Nope, that's not who I was going to do. Falcons versus Panthers. Right now, the Falcons are -3. I think the Panthers are just bad. And part of this might be because I listened to how bad the Panthers are from their fans on a weekly basis down here in North Carolina. But I think the line should be Falcons -9.5, and I think they win by double digits.
Boom.
All right. I'm going to Chicago at the Cleveland Browns. Chicago is +3.5 right now. I'm going to make them the favorites here. Chicago -3. I think Fields is showing some improvements this year. The Bears are actually on a win streak, and the Browns are dealing with a crazy amount of injuries. And this week they just lost both their starting left and right tackles for the season. So I think that this will be the week the injuries catch up and the Bears get the win.
I'm rather curious to know if we have any OG fans out there that realize that I played the wrong soundbite there for this segment. I thought we were doing Stump-the-Rob, so I wonder if anybody caught that. Anyway.
It didn't feel
right. I
right.
didn't even catch
it. So I'm going with the Chiefs at the Patriots. The over-under currently is 37. I'm just going to bump that down to 32.5. It feels like the Patriots are going to keep this game close. I saw a weird post saying that Belichick and the Patriots are separating at the end of this year. I hope it's true. It might be true. I don't know if it was just BS on Twitter, but I think that the Patriots are going to play hard for Bill. I think they can keep this game like 18-15, somewhere in there. And if not, I always have the opportunity for the Chiefs to just win like 32-0. And I think that's also a possibility. So I'm moving the over-under from 37 to 32.5.
I like
There's
it.
a lot of
like
smoke
it.
on the Belichick parting ways with the Patriots. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got Tom Curran, I think, was the guy that reported that, and he's usually pretty spot on.
Quick
Cool.
update
That's
before we
it
move
for
on. Quick.
yeah.
We were talking about Josh Allen's rookie year. His number one wide receiver that year. It's debatable on if it was Calvin Benjamin. It was not John Brown. Zay Jones actually was who had the most catches that year for him. So
Wow.
Zay Jones, Robert
he's-
Foster, Calvin Benjamin were the three leading receivers.
I mean, that kind of sounds like what Will Levis is dealing with. He's got D-Hop, but D-Hop is
D-Hop.
like
Just a first
D-Hop
ballot
is
Hall of
terrible.
Famer.
No,
31-year-old D-Hop.
he's still very, very good. He might
He is
not. Might not be good in fantasy because he's not just in a high power offense, but he's still very good.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's get to Stump-the-Rob.
Double tap that one. on
Double,
accident. Can I go first this time?
Double
I feel
tap.
like Tony always goes first
Go first. Rock out with your.
Kick it out.
with my sock out. All right, here we go. And go.
Go.
This player is a wide receiver. Active status, draft year 2021. Career stats, 28 receptions, 3,136 yards, 17 touchdowns.
Try again. 28
Yeah,
receptions.
you said 28.
No, I said 283.
Okay.
No, he averages like 700 yards per catch, dude. It's not that bad.
So 3,000 yards and how many touchdowns?
All right, we're going to start this over. Ready, go. Status, active. He's a wide receiver. Draft year 2021. 283 receptions, 3,136 yards, 17 touchdowns.
I got nothing.
St.
All
Brown.
right. Yes.
All right.
Amon-Ra.
Look at that.
Damn it.
Stumped me.
My fact was going to be he's the first player in NFL history to record 8+ receptions and a touchdown in 6 consecutive games. Would you have got that?
No, they did a special on Sunday NFL Countdown, and they were talking about the 2021 draft class. Now there were 16 people ahead of him, so I just figured he was the only one that was good enough to do that.
You lucked into it, you dog. Well, round 4, pick 7 out of USC. That'd be the rest of it. Nice work, Tony.
Hey,
Yeah,
that's
it would
why
have
you
taken
watch a
me
lot of
until
TV,
that
you
to
know?
get it.
All right. One of these weeks I'm going to do the same way that Ryan does it, but not this week. Bills at Cowboys. Last time they played that I remember really watching it, I think we watched it at my house, Monday Night Football, like 2007.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I think they played before then, but that was like last time I really remember.
They played
Since then.
Thanksgiving a few years ago, but yeah.
Yeah, they played since then, but I was like, that's one of the most memorable games for me growing up
I remember
because
it.
of how
Yep.
because of how they lost. So here's my question: 3, 2, 1, go. How many points did the Cowboys score in the last 20 seconds of that game to win it?
14.
Nope.
10.
They would have been the answer to that question earlier in the show. They scored 9 points in the last 20
that's
seconds
true.
to win it. Who kicked the game-winning field goal? He's still an active kicker in the league.
Greg Zuerlein.
Nick Folk.
Yep, Nick Folk. That's why I brought it up, because he also was part of the comeback last night. So Nick Folk is still around. He was kicking for the Cowboys in 2007.
Wow.
That's wild.
And he is 19th. He's 19th in the NFL history for most points as a kicker.
Wow.
The crazy part is the best kicker ever, Justin Tucker, has 1,600 points, and he is 20th, right behind Nick Folk. And the most points is Adam Vinatieri at 2,600. So Justin Tucker needs 1,000 more points, like 300 more field goals, which is just insane.
Good luck.
Wow.
But yeah, that's all I got.
All right.
big week for the Bills and for the Titans. They and ideally for the Bills they win. Ideally for the Titans they lose and make up some spots to get a top 5 pick. So at this point of the year, it doesn't really matter who your team is. You have something to root for. So, and we also have football all day Saturday. So it's just a good time to be a football fan. We appreciate you guys listening. I got all my songs in. Did you guys?
I did too.
Yes, I did.
Let's go.
Cool. Thanks for listening, and we will talk to you guys next week. Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Bills.
What's up, Ultraflexers? Thank you for listening to our show. We appreciate all of you for your support. If you would like to support us even more, we have a website, ultraflexfootball.com. Or if you could like or subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts or on YouTube, that would be awesome. We would also really appreciate it if you would rate our show. Plus, of course, if you didn't like it, then maybe make a donation on our website so that we can make the show better, just for you. You can also leave us a voicemail on our website if there's something you'd like us to share or talk about, and then maybe we'll play it on the podcast. Once again, we appreciate all of you, and we look forward to talking random stuff again next week. Oh yeah, and some football.